The Cincinnati Bearcats began their 2025 season on Thursday night against Nebraska, but the real excitement was in the audience. Travis Kelce, who recently got engaged to pop icon Taylor Swift, was there to support his alma mater, with Swift by his side, capturing as much attention as the game itself. Jason Kelce, a 7-time Pro Bowl center and fellow Bearcats graduate, also attended, along with Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. The Kelce brothers are well regarded in Cincinnati. Jason played there from 2006 to 2010 and received all Big East honors, while Travis played from 2008 to 2012 before starting a Hall of Fame-worthy career in Kansas City. They frequently express their fondness for Cincinnati and often reflect on their college experiences on their podcast, New Heights. Additionally, Mahomes was seen chatting with the parents of Nebraska quarterback Dylan Raiola before the game. Raiola has notably emulated the Chiefs star, sporting a similar haircut, wearing the same number 15 jersey, and training with the same quarterback's coach. With all these narratives unfolding, Cincinnati's season opener felt like a significant cultural event as much as a football game. The connection between Patrick Mahomes and Dylan Raiola goes beyond just a haircut and jersey number. Before the game starts, you can see Dylan Raiola getting a haircut and going through his warm-up routine. He sports sunglasses and has distinctive mannerisms, moving fluidly in and out of the pocket while wearing red. His sidearm throws and the odd comment suggesting his younger brother imitates Patrick Mahomes' sibling also catch attention. The number 15 jersey he wears is reminiscent of Tim Tebow, not Mahomes, prompting a double take. However, beneath the surface, there are deeper connections between Raiola, the freshman quarterback in Nebraska, and Mahomes, the 3-time Super Bowl champion with the Kansas City Chiefs. Raiola, a former 5-star recruit from Buford, Georgia, has thrown for 967 yards and 8 touchdowns in his first 4 college games. His initial month was nearly perfect until a late-game collapse by the Huskers against Illinois resulted in a 31-24 overtime loss. Outside of Nebraska, discussions about the 19-year-old Raiola often focus on his resemblance to Mahomes. I guess if that's what people want to say. Raiola remarked last month when the comparisons arose, that guy is one of the best. So it's cool. The parallels between Dylan Raiola and Patrick Mahomes are striking. Raiola works closely with quarterbacks coach Jeff Christensen and trainer Bobby Stroup, both of whom played a significant role in developing Mahomes into a 2-time NFL MVP. However, amidst the memes and social media reactions, it's important to note that Raiola did not connect with Mahomes' support team as part of strategy to emulate his career. Raiola connected with Christensen and Stroup due to their proximity while he was in high school in North Texas during 2020 and 2021, as well as their ties through Dylan's father, former Detroit Lions center Dominic Raiola. Christensen, a veteran coach and former NFL quarterback, noted that he sees more differences and similarities between Raiola and Mahomes. All the hype, frankly, doesn't matter to me, he said. Both are great individuals from wonderful families who take ownership of their actions. They are accountable, care about their teammates, and are good people. That's as far as I'll go with it. Stroup has since relocated his operations to Kansas City, where he spends about 10 hours each week during the season training Mahomes in the holistic sessions featured in last year's Netflix series Quarterback. He frequently checks in with Raiola, often in Lincoln, and through digital monitoring of his progress. Stroup acknowledged the interest in comparing the Nebraska quarterback to the 29-year-old Mahomes, but he believes it overlooks a bigger picture. They do have some similarities in movement, Stroup said. There are certain aspects that make them alike, but the way they throw the football and protect the ball varies. Dylan will carve out his own path. He's going to diverge from Patrick quite a bit. I'm excited for Dylan to blaze his own trail, a holistic training approach. Stroup's methodology caught the eye of Dominic Raiola, the former All-America center at Nebraska, who sought to find the best program for Dylan during his rise as a prospect. Dylan jumped on board last year with Stroup, ranked by On3's industry average as the number 3 quarterback in the class of 2024. He finished his first semester at Nebraska by starring in the spring game. His showing answered many questions about his readiness to step in as a freshman. Raiola then spent several weeks with Stroup in Kansas City. Nebraska strength coach Corey Campbell observed some of their sessions. The Stroop partnership involves Campbell and others in Nebraska who work daily with the Huskers. The arrangement works much like his interactions with Mahomes and the Chiefs, Stroop said. His relationship with Mahomes dates 20 years. For me, Stroop said, it's about nourishing their signature uniqueness and expanding on the things that make them different. Like, what is their unique talent? What makes Mahomes unique differs from what makes Raiola unique. That Mahomes' ability to run on a curve is special. It shows when he extends plays and escapes defenders who run faster in a straight line than Mahomes. He trains the skill with Stroop, but some qualities come naturally. Both quarterbacks possess a calmness, Stroop said. Both got their starts athletically in baseball. Raiola's loading movements and his shoulder anatomy, according to Stroop, naturally resemble that of the older QB. And his size, at 6'3" and 230 pounds, is a separator. Mahomes is listed at 6'2" and 225. He's more physically imposing. Stroop said, I think Dillon really does have potential to be a power type of runner in situations that he wants. He can run over a middle linebacker. Stroop said, of course, Matt Rule and the Nebraska coaches would prefer that Raiola not if needed. Stroop, in collaboration with Campbell and the Nebraska staff, will have him ready to an early focus on greatness. Last year, when Raiola remained signed as a recruit, Christensen talked with Rule about the QB. He asked me what I thought about Dillon. Christensen said, I said it's very rare for any 18-year-old kid to come into a major university, especially a Big Ten university, and play at a high level. But if anybody can do it, it would be him. Christensen has coached Mahomes on the mechanics of playing quarterback since 2017, his rookie year in the NFL. He started with Raiola 4 years ago. Many of the principles in Mahomes' education applied to Christensen's work with Raiola. When the coach met Dillon, Christensen said, he was like the young stallion colt that you're trying to break. It's not unlike the path Mahomes took as a colt out of White House, Texas. Before he threw for more than 11,000 yards in 3 seasons at Texas Tech, Raiola committed to Ohio State in 2022, but reneged shortly after Rule took over Nebraska in November that year. In May 2023, he committed to Georgia, but Nebraska remained interested, just days before the signing period opened last December. Dillon switched his commitment to Nebraska. Christensen's words had an impact. He told Rule that Raiola puts in so much effort that he is bound to succeed. He eats, sleeps, and breathes it. Christensen said, IT means everything to him. It's not obsessive. It's simply his dream. He's one of those rare kids whose actions align with his words. He is motivated by the potential for greatness. Like Stroop, Christensen keeps in touch with Raiola during the season, but the Huskers' first-year quarterbacks coach, Glenn Thomas, along with offensive coordinator Marcus Satterfield, manages all aspects of game preparation. Too much information can complicate things, Christensen noted. His discussions with Raiola concentrate on the fundamentals. For example, Christensen reminds a quarterback, as he did with Mahomes, about the relationship between proper ball flight and its effects. Raiola is learning to balance throwing with finesse versus speed. It's really just a feeling for me, Raiola explained. It's an instinct that has been honed through repetition. He had performed well in 4 games, with only 2 interceptions in 88 attempts, both of which were taken from Nebraska receivers. His preparation helps him understand what's happening during the game, Rule said. The comparison to Patrick Mahomes gained traction in July when Nebraska shared a photo of Raiola at the start of preseason camp, where he was simply walking around campus. Mahomes, always a good sport, commented on a recent buzz surrounding Raiola. 2 weeks ago, during a news conference, a question about Raiola came up, noting that the 2 quarterbacks have trained together. It's honestly cool, Mahomes said. I was that guy once. I grew up watching players and loved Arrowhead, Alex Rodriguez. I played shortstop and tried to make plays just like him. It helped shape me into the athlete I am today. Each highlight of Raiola's adds to the excitement for online audiences, but he appears unaffected by the attention. He has a lot of pride, but no ego. Rule told NFL Network's Rich Eisen last week on his radio show. You can sense that immediately, and it draws people to him. Regarding the comparisons to Mahomes, Rule is comfortable with it. The great thing is he's a winner, just like Patrick, the Nebraska coach mentioned on Eisen's show. Since gaining fame as a top prospect, Raiola has mostly steered clear of social media. "I don't think I've ever seen him nervous," said senior receiver Isaiah Nayer, who is Raiola's primary target this season. "It's just part of who he is. He's a natural competitor." Raiola is also making an effort to behave like a typical college athlete. He meets with the media twice a week as planned, and is often seen in the lower bowl of the Devaney Center, cheering for the number 2 ranked Nebraska volleyball team, usually with his sister Taylor, a former TCU volleyball player who now works in recruiting for Nebraska football. 2 years ago, before Rule reached out to Christensen about Dillon, and while the Huskers waited for QB to assist Georgia in recruiting its 2024 class, Rule observed Dillon during a workout when he was a junior in high school. After spending over 2 seasons as the coach of the Carolina Panthers in the NFL, Rule spoke with a recruiting staff member from his time in Nebraska once the workout concluded. The first question he asked the coach was how did he perform, to which the response was he's Mahomes.